Happy New Year! This is Diane at Rosehaven Yarn Shop, and yes, the classes are back again. I started this Thursday and very happy to be back. Today's Sunday. Try to do a little quickie every Sunday just to say hi and tell you what's happening with us in the classes. And this year, one of my goal or resolution is I would love to be able to transfer the love of knitting that I have and portray it and send it to you guys at the same time, and maybe a little bit of in what's behind knitting, in the sense that what's the good about it, what does it do good to our body, instead of just me saying, you know what, I love it and it's kind of meditating and I think it's good for the brain because it categorizes things and deciphering things, so it's like gymnastic for your brain also. But it's me saying that. What if it's written in books? And I'm sure it is. So that's what I'm going to try to bring to you, is sort of the scientific of what's good about knitting, and yeah, keep at it, because there is frustration moment, but at the same time there's so much reward as when we can accomplish and finish something. And I'm not very good at, if I don't like it and if it's done, to just roll it back into a ball again to restart. I do have to admit that this is not something that I enjoy doing. I would prefer gifting it to somebody else, let's say, if it doesn't work for me, instead of completely undoing it. But I'm sure there's something in that to be said also, so I'm going to research, but just a little something here once in a while. Okay, let's get back to Christmas time. What did I do? Well, my mystery gnome is done, so it's not a mystery anymore. So this was the number one. There was 2 pieces to be knitted this year. So this is the gnome, and this is his partner. But the partner was done before, and it was kind of cute because I showed you a little bit before Christmas. I knew it was going to be a snowman. There was no doubt in my mind, just because of the hands. But yeah, I'm very happy that this guy came along and got born at the same time. So I did make 3 sets of them, so I brought 1. What else did I do? The Cozy Knitter, she has stripe advent calendar. So this one I did toe up, which is, I do that very, very seldomly. I prefer by far doing cuff down. I feel like I've got more control, and yeah, but this pattern was called Sock on a Plane, and it started toe up, so it's like, yeah, once in a while I'm good for that. And yeah, with all the cast on, this one I did show previously. I did use the Judy toe up cast on. There's a cable all the way, and yeah, so there's 2 of them. And yes, saying it's harder to control, it doesn't even fit in the screen. So this is, yeah, this is for a long foot, so it's not going home, it's going to a new home. And yeah, so the aim of this is every day you knit a stripe, and I did 2 at a time, so this way by Christmas you have a pair of socks. So that's kind of cool. This one I did knit more than a stripe a day because I wanted to be part, and the fact that the foot was so long too, I needed just to knit a little bit more, because as you can see, the tip here is the brown that is coming back over here. So there is 24 stripes, but if you need longer than that, those color are repeating, right? So that nice green is coming back here, right? So we're going into new color. What else did I do? Well, I worked very hard on the Cloudlessly. This is going to be a short sleeve, sorry. And the pattern that is in the back is absolutely gorgeous, and it's repeated at the bottom of the front. So there is no ribbing per se. It's the pattern that's repeated down here. And yeah, so I chose, if you remember, that was the weekend of reconciliation. And yeah, so that's going to be the color honoring that weekend. And yeah, love the design, love the sleeve, the line that it's creating on the side. I love that line totally going all the way down. It's very pretty, very elegant, and you can totally do long sleeve version. And she even give you the option that if you want the bottom not being that lace pattern, you could do a rib at the bottom also. So this one is called the Cloudlessly. What else did I finish? Oh, and this one's not finished, but the sleeve will go on very fast. Like I said, it's just very, very short sleeve. I did finished the butterfly, and when you purchase the butterfly, there is option to make the moth also. So what it implies is the butterfly is literally 3 sections of V, and in the moth she suggests to add a new color, which for me is that deep wine color. So after section 1, I did add it on, and after section 2, I did add it on. It's right here. It's that wine color, and you do repeat it, the wine color, into those picot edges down there, just that little loopy thing. And why is it called the moth? Is because there's 2 eyelids, or eye, right in here. That section that's when we look at it, like there's 2 eyes looking at you. If you're making the butterfly, you wouldn't do that little extra loopy in there. So super fun to make. Butterfly / papillon is the name of that pattern. And it is, you need to have time to do it. But the fun fact about it is the pattern was super intimidating. I've been having that pattern, I'm going to say minimum 2 years into my library. And each time I would open it up, it would be, no, I don't want to venture it. Because the pattern sort of start for you to cast on, I think it's like on page 5. And there's 20 pages. I'm exaggerating. They might be just 14. But there's a lot of pages in advance sort of to prepare. But it gets overwhelming. Please do not. It's honestly so fun. You will do a lot of wrap and turns. And my own philosophy is do the German one. Put a little doodad so you'll know where it is. So when you get back to it. But that's why you got me, is to ask all those questions and have fun, right? So, no, this guy's going to be in here for a while. And then, yeah, this summer, he's going to be just gorgeous to be worn. It's all fingering weight, and it was very fun. Last night, it's winter time. They were forecasting for snow. It's like, ooh, I want a small little quick thing to do. And look what I did is I went into my stash, and I've got 2 grandsons. And often they come home and it's like, okay, let's go out, and where's the mitten? So this way I'm just going to make a drawer full of mitten, and they can just grab 2. They don't need to match, right? I'm just going to use my leftover. So this is from Tin Can Knit. It's a free pattern for mitten, super well written, and it's with any yarn. So on top of having all sizes from toddler to adult, she has on the same pattern all the I call it a recipe, but how to make your mitten if you're using fingering. And this one I used worsted weight, so she has all in that same pattern. So and it's free. Tin Can Knit, and it's the perfect mitt. Cool, huh? On that note, Happy New Year, everyone. Hope to see you. Hope to be able to exchange with you and talk about knitting or the thing. Bye. Have a good Sunday.